Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Badgers Burrow. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the brand new 2020-2021 NBA City jerseys. As always, if you haven't already, please subscribe and like the video. It helps me out a lot as I try to grow this channel. And also, leave a comment down below about what videos you want to see me do next. Let's get into the video. Hope you guys like it. Alright, we're here on tiermaker.com, and we're going to go just how they have it laid out in alphabetical order, starting with the Atlanta Hawks. It's a pretty simple jersey. Obviously, it pays homage to Martin Luther King Jr., all of the great work he did, trying to progress the social justice cause and movement. But in terms of a jersey, I don't really like it that much. It's pretty simplistic. You'll notice a theme with these jerseys that they're all either dark gray or black, or at least most of them. So this one's going to go in the C tier. This is an average jersey. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Moving on to the Nets. I'm going to point out the obvious here. This jersey looks like it was drawn by a 6th grader. I really don't know why. I don't know what the Nets were doing with this. They must have had some artistic design in mind, but I know a graphic designer who's a Nets fan, and I've seen him do plenty of mock-ups better than this. This is an F-tier jersey. I don't know why they would ever consider wearing this. To me, it looks terrible. Moving on to the Celtics. I like this. They have the Boston and the Celtics on it, which not many teams do. I think that it's a very interesting take. You have the classic stripes down the side, and it's Celtics. It's pretty simplistic, so I'm going to put it in the B tier. It's definitely a jersey that I think is going to look good in action. And I think that the Celtics, they're sticking with their theme of nice, simplistic jerseys. Moving on to the Hornets, this is an easy S tier. You have the mint green jersey. It's so clean. The court looks even better when you see them play on it. Everything works here for the Hornets. Their jerseys are so good collectively, every single one. This one might take the cake. The mint is so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have a jersey in the mail that is mint green and has ball number 2 on the back. Moving on to the Bulls. It's another one. It's dark gray. It's pretty simplistic. I don't love it. I don't hate it. There's not really a lot to talk about. Moving on to the Cavs. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's dark gray. I like how it goes to kind of the rock and roll history of Cleveland. Other than that, it doesn't really do much for me. It's going in the C tier. I don't really know what else to say other than, it's simplistic. I like the font. It definitely has something to do with their city. But other than that, I'm not really sure what it brings. Moving on to the Mavericks, another easy S tier. The gold on white looks so good in this jersey. It is absolutely fantastic. The court is beautiful with it. And when you see Luka hitting step-back threes in this jersey, that's what NBA basketball is all about. If you don't like these jerseys and you don't like this team, you don't like NBA basketball. That's really all I can say. It is such a nice jersey. Easy S tier for me. Moving on to the Nuggets. I really like the theme that they've done with their city jerseys over the years. They have the canvas that they're kind of painting on, and then they have the mountains in the middle. Usually it's a rainbow theme, which I really like. I love the rainbow on white jerseys that they had, but this red one is really nice too. I think it's gonna go in the A tier for me. I like the Nuggets mixing it up. I'm gonna say that about a couple more teams moving on. But I like that they're mixing it up. They're mixing up their color schemes. You see the 2 jerseys above it. They're mixing up their color schemes, and I like that. The Nuggets, they have the yellow. They have the navy. They used to have the powder blue, but this red, this works really well. It's similar to the gradient that the Jazz have exhibited on their jerseys, but I think the Nuggets one works really, really well. Moving on to the Pistons. It's the same jersey they had last year, really. Maybe a minor change, but you have the Motor City surrounding the number. It's blue, it's red, it's Pistons. That's really all I can say about it. It's the Pistons in a jersey. There's not really much to look at. It's average. Excuse me. Moving on to the Warriors. A tier. The We Believe Warriors, throwing it back to Jason Richardson, Steven Jackson, and all the guys. I love it. A thing with these city jerseys, they try to bring it back to the city, obviously. And I don't get most of them, but this one I understand. Pays homage to a great a great era of Warriors basketball. Some great players. The colors work. It's got Oakland. That's where they moved again. It's an A tier jersey for me. Moving on to the Rockets. This might be a little bit biased, but it's an A tier jersey for me. Obviously, I got last year's City jersey on, repping Harden. I don't know how long he's going to stay, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these powder blue H-Town jerseys. I like the powder blue a lot. It works really well with the accent, and the court looks phenomenal as well. And this is an A tier jersey for me. Biased, yes, but the powder blue works. They're switching up their color scheme from the red, black, and white, and they got a little powder blue gun on here. Moving on to the Pacers. Again, it's going to go in the C tier. And it's what they do. You have the blue, the yellow, and the stripes. It's pretty simplistic. It's clean. But I'm looking for more in a City jersey. I want to see a little bit of ingenuity. I want to see something that looks different than the jerseys they already have. Clippers. I don't know where I want to put this one. I think it's going to just barely escape the F tier, and I'm going to give it a D tier. It's the same jerseys they had last year. It is the exact same. I like the San Andreas font. I really do. But it's the same jersey as last year. I wanted something new out of the Clippers. I like the black on white. It's simple. It has the font, but it's the same jersey, and that's why it's going to be a D tier instead of probably a B tier for me. Lakers, A tier. I don't like the Lakers. I don't like LeBron. Another issue for another day. These jerseys are really, really nice. They're kind of like the reverse to the classic Lakers jerseys. Instead of having the blue with the white font, they have the white with the blue font. I think it works really well. And just like all these jerseys at the top, they change up the color scheme, which I like a lot. It's not your classic yellow. It's not your classic purple and gold. It's light blue and white. I like it. Grizzlies. I'm going to give it B tier. Yeah, I'm going to give it B tier. It's another one of these that's, it's really simplistic in design. It's gray, obviously. They're mostly gray. But I like the style they have going down. The sides, they have the stripes, they have the collar. It looks good. It's kind of similar to what they have in their throwback jerseys. I like the all lowercase font, though. And I think that that's what's going to keep it out of C tier for me. The lowercase font, if it's done well, it works really well. And I think it does for these Grizzlies jerseys. I like the gold. It's almost more of a mustard, but I think it really works here. This, if Morant gets back and plays well, this might, and I see the court, it might move up to the A tier, but for now I'm going to stick it in B. Heat. Another easy S tier. The vice versa jerseys look so good. This Miami Vice theme is so perfect for this Heat team. They started with the black, then the white, pink, blue, and now they're combining them all together into one beautiful jersey. A lot of people don't like the gradient. Oh, it looks like an AAU jersey. Yes, but it's still, it's still one of the best jerseys you're going to find in the association. Everything works here. I love it. The Bucks. I don't know how much different this is from last year's jersey. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's C tier. I mean, it's pretty simplistic. It changes color schemes, which I like, but it's light blue and then it's dark blue. There's not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, there's not much to talk about with it. Timberwolves. Another C tier. It's average. It's gray, again. But I like the neon green accent, and that's actually a North Star above the script with the MINN. I like it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's average for me. Pelicans, these jerseys suck. I don't like them at all. These the same color scheme last year with the red, the white, and the blue, except this time there's nothing that I like about it. It's three fleur-de-lis. I mean, it's New Orleans, I guess. I get that. But these jerseys suck. I don't like them at all. Um, I mean, if the fleur-de-lis was in addition to maybe Pelicans or NOLA, which is what they did in previous years, I'd like them more. But three fleur-de-lis does not, replace the name for me. I believe this is the Knicks jersey. C tier. Most of these dark slated jerseys are going C tier. I mean, it's simplistic. I think it pays homage to the fire department. I could be wrong. Um, I think the one last year did at least. I like that the font goes all the way around the number, similar to the Pistons, but I think that the Knicks do this better than the Pistons. But maybe if it was orange or blue, I'd like it more. But I don't like the dark gray jerseys. I don't think they're that nice. I don't know why every team does it. Moving on to the Thunder, I believe this is. C tier, you guessed it. They're not that good. They did the same style in years past. You have the color on top, the sash in the middle, and then the color on the bottom. I don't like them that much. It's Thunder. You have those colors. You have the gold and the blue, or excuse me, the orange and the blue. They're not great. I don't love them. I don't hate them. The Magic. I'm going to give these jerseys a B tier, bordering on the A tier. I think it all works. You have the white with the orange. Kind of gives me creamsicle vibes a little bit. The pinstripes I think complement this jersey extremely well. You have the alternate logo with the oral and the star. I like them. I think they're definitely above the rest, but not quite in the upper echelon. 76ers. I'm going to give a B tier as well. I like these jerseys. They do something different, and I like that. You have the number up top, then a little design, and then the city. I think it's different, and that's why I like it. Denver does it. Yeah, they have the number on top, but this time the number's centered. And that's usually not the case going above the script. They're different, and I think they work. Tyrese Maxey had an incredible game in these jerseys, and, I like him too. The Suns. These are going to be an A tier for me. I like these jerseys. We're starting to see more of the gray slated jerseys go higher or lower than C tier, but, these ones work. I kind of like the sunset feel is what I get from it. I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. At least they should have. They're really classy. They're clean. It doesn't invade. It doesn't invade the jersey with the sunset. You have the valley, which I really like. It's an A tier jersey. And Trailblazers, these aren't good. They're not. I don't really know what's keeping me from putting them in it. I'm gonna put them in an F tier. These jerseys are terrible. I think those jerseys are brown. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're either dark gray or like a really ugly brown. Oregon, I guess. I'm not really sure what they were going for there. It looks like you have a little bit of color on the sides, but their jerseys in years past, so much better than these Oregon jerseys. They're not that good. The Kings. That's going to be a C tier again. Classic gray jersey. But it's got a little pizzazz to it, You got the blue. I can't tell if that's it looks like pink maybe, pink or red. They're nice. Nothing to knock your boots off. They're an average jersey. Spurs, A tier. Throwing it back to the classic Spurs jerseys. I really like it. I think it works to perfection. You just have the three stripes of the teal, the pink, and the orange. Just like the Suns, they're not trying to do too much with it. They're doing just enough to where it works. See, on these gray jerseys, it works because it's a little bit of color that you love to see. The San Antonio, the script, it's all perfect. Raptors, it's going to be B tier. I like the gold. I think it accents the gray really well. I wish if they would have said Tampa Bay, which is actually where they're playing the first half of their games this season, it may be an A tier or even S. Probably A tier. But I think that the gold accent works really well. The Raptors have been kind of keep this Drake theme a little bit, and I like them. I think that they work. The Jazz. This is going to be a B tier for me. Similar to the Suns a lot, really. You have the gray with the kind of sunrise theme. Yeah, the Jazz have gone with these ascending colors type jerseys the past few years. It's all been the same. This time they're adding the gray in at the bottom. And this one might be black. I'm not really sure. But I think it works. I like it. It's a solid jersey, That's really all I can say. It's a solid jersey. It's better than most. Not as good as some. And finally, moving on to the last and certainly least, at least in terms of standings, the Wizards. This one's tough for me because the criteria I used for the Clippers was that it's the same jersey as last year, which this jersey is. I'm pretty sure it's the same they have last year. But it has America all over it. I love that. It's got the classic Wizards logo. It's got the stars and stripes down the side. So I don't know where I want to put this. I think I'm going to split the difference and put it at C tier. The jersey, I think, is a B tier, but it's the same as last year. So if we're following the same logic as the Clippers, it should be a D tier. So I'm going to settle in the middle and put it at a C tier. That's going to be it for this tier list video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you're still watching, thank you for making it this far in the video. As always, comment down below what videos you want to see next. Maybe you want to see some different tier makers, maybe the classic NBA jerseys, football jerseys, college jerseys, or even just players, Leave your ideas down below in the comments. I always read my comments. There's not that many right now. It's not very hard to do. So, while you can, before the comments get flooded when I blow up, tell me what videos you want to see. I want to reach out to my audience, and I think that's going to be a good way to do it. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.